How's the new year so far? You all chilling? The year of 2025 for fighting games, I expect to be quite big. 3 new big fighting game releases that we know about at the very least, right? City of the Wolves, which is first. Probably 2XKO, I'm guessing. I'd be shocked if 2XKO doesn't come out this year. Whatever state it's in, they're gonna release it this year for sure. It has to. And then Hunter x Hunter, which is gonna be like the end of the year. And I'm guessing we're gonna get like quite a few reveals. There's like a lot of companies that haven't made a game in a while that we're kind of like waiting on. I don't know when Virtua Fighter 6 is going to come out. It seems like probably not next year. We'll get some news about it and stuff like that. But yeah, something from Capcom wouldn't surprise me that much since Street Fighter is coming up on its 3rd year. Something from ArcSys wouldn't surprise me either in 2025. Surely they're on some game that's coming out either this year or next year because they must have been working on it since Guilty Gear's release. No, this is my desk. This is just sitting on my desk. Is it distracting you? I'll move it. I'm assuming ArcSys is working on something with another IP. JoJo, One Piece. It feels like it's around time for them to announce something new. Yeah, I mean, NRS has been obviously updating MK, but like I'm curious if they're going to do something. You know, just as like a vibe check for our 2025 game, City of the Wolves coming out in April looks pretty different from like everything else out there. It looks awesome. I think it's my favorite looking game that SNK has made. I can't wait to play City of the Wolves. I think it looks really fun. The other 2 games are both versus games. There's the 2v2 game and the 3v3 game. Although Hunter x Hunter added active tag, it has like the tag system of 2XKO now, so those games are pretty similar. And there's not a lot of other versus fighting games that are like modern releases coming out recently. It's been a while, so this is definitely serving like a niche that's been missing. Honestly, I was pretty excited for Hunter x Hunter when it was going to come out last year. To me, I feel like most people's response to Hunter x Hunter when they've been seeing it is like they don't like the way it looks. I was one of the more positive, like I don't have any love for the IP. The gameplay of it was purely Marvel 3, just in a different coat of paint, and I'm down for that. That sounds awesome. I'm a lot less interested in like this delayed active tag version of the game. Not that I don't like active tagging, but it's like I kind of wanted to play a game that just had the regular you call an assist and that's like how the game works kind of a game again. If it's like fall of next year, like 2XKO comes out before it, I think I'm probably less interested in the game just because it's pretty similar to what I'm already playing. The reason you probably don't hear much chatter about 2XKO is the game's not out. This is a nebulous void. When 2XKO alpha was playable, it was not open to everybody. And the minute the invites stopped going out for the alpha, they went on Twitter and they're like, yo, we got no more codes. The minute they said that, my viewership went way down because I think like most people are like, oh, this is a game I don't have access to. I don't really care about this until I can play it. I don't think you'll really see a lot of interest for basically whatever game until more human beings can get their hands on it. Why care about a game that you can't play? You know, they said that they have something in February and something in March. I'm assuming like February is an announcement of some kind. March is like a test of some time. Think about how busy the fighting game future is if that's the case. Like it's pretty likely we get Mai in February, right? March as Capcom Cup, Arc World Tour Finals, and 2XKO test of some kind, question mark. April is going to be City of the Wolves. And then May is Combo Breaker and EVO Japan. And also probably like Elena, question mark. And then you're already getting into like the EVO CEO summer, lots of things happening closer to the release date of 2XKO and like lots of stuff like that. Elena will be 3 days before CB. Oh no. There'll be 140 characters in Marvel Rivals with 8,000 costumes and we still won't have costume 4. Gonna be great. I would be surprised if 2XKO was at main EVO. But maybe it can make it to Nice, right? They already announced the Nice lineup. It doesn't look complete though, no? Didn't they announce like 4 games or something? I think for 2XKO to be in EVO Vegas, the game has to come out in like May. That would be like super shocking to me. Because if they're gonna do a test in like March, it kind of feels like the game's gonna come out around June, July, August, like summer. I would be really hype if it was like, all right, the game's coming out the day after EVO or some shit. If I had to guess what would be at EVO this year, Street Fighter 6, T8 for sure. City of the Wolves probably. Yeah, City of the Wolves is a good one. Strive. Probably Grand Blue also. We could put Uni maybe. Uni wouldn't surprise me. Uni, probably MK. KOF? I think with City of the Wolves, I'm not so sure. Virtua Fighter 5, it would be throwback if anything. VF5 maybe, like CVS, MVC2, SC2 maybe, second question mark, Exerd / plus R. This is pretty safe. I mean, I don't even know what to put in that's not safe. Oh yeah, we can put DBFZ in. Oh, Rivals? Yeah, it could be Rivals. These are like Less likely. You wouldn't put City of the Wolves in the main lineup and then Garo in the throwback lineup. All right, main lineup Street Fighter 6, throwback lineup Street Fighter 5. You know what I mean? Like they're pretty different though. I mean, you could say the same thing for whatever you like any other game. I know what you're trying to say, but just think for like a second. Imagine you're John Evo and you have to make the Evo lineup. Use your brain for like a second and be like, would I want 2 slots of my tournament to be like the exact same game series? Would I want 2 slots to be that? You may be like, yeah, they're pretty different. But like you could say the same thing about having like MK1 and then MK3 or something, or MKX. Street Fighter 6 and Third Strike makes more sense because like the games are just popular enough to support the bracket. You want to try to like spread out. Even the Guilty Gear throwback, I think is unlikely until Strive is not in the lineup, and Strive is too popular not to be in the lineup. Yeah, this is probably like the least likely thing on the list. I think the game that makes the most sense as a throwback game is Marvel 2, because the collection came out and like lots of people have been talking about it and like lots of people have been playing it. The problem is the throwback games so far have been Marvel 2 attempted but didn't work during the COVID era, then Marvel 3, then Third Strike. Doing another Capcom game is like probably too much, but Marvel 2 has such a hubbub about it in the last year because of the collection and like all this other stuff. I think any of this I'd be cool with. You want me to tell you how 2XKO is going to be? I always see stuff like that, like 2XKO is going to be the biggest fighting game of all time. It's going to be the greatest fighting game. Like, let me tell you what 2XKO is going to be like. When 2XKO comes out, it's going to be a fighting game. How many people will play it? The number of people who normally play fighting games plus a little bit more. How's it going to do? Probably great. Is it going to have a lot of cosmetics? Yep. Is it going to change life as we know it? No. And that's what you should expect. Will lots of people who like don't play fighting games try it? I'm sure. I think a lot of people like outside the genre will try the game. It will probably be the most popular fighting game for a bit. There's a couple of things about the game that I think will change fighting games. For one, the way they do cosmetics, I'm sure will be a step above basically everything else in the space, right? The engineering of the lobby system alone and net playing and playing with 4 players at a time with good net play is like, there's not a lot of comparable stuff. And then the other thing about it that's unique that I think is like very powerful is the 2v2 aspect. And it's free to play, which I'm sure a lot of you tried as an example that just came out, Marvel Rivals, right? Because the game is free. And fighting games are like brutal in that regard. Like if you want to play Street Fighter, if you want to play Tekken, if you want to play Guilty Gear, if you want to play any of these games, there's the default price tag usually of $60 plus $25 season passes, of which there are multiple of. It's not going to change your lives. It's not like you're going to boot up 2XKO, play the game, and you're going to be like, my life is like, it's different now. Even about money. You know, their prize pools are not even outrageous generally in their other games, right? Like, I don't expect the fighting game to have some outrageous. I don't even think they'll have like Street Fighter's $1 million prize pool. I think it's like going to be so far from that. It's much more likely that they do like a smaller prize pool with a better split. When it comes out, obviously, like it'll be really interesting to a lot of people. But there's like a few things you have to think about. It's a really popular IP that a lot of people like, but it's in a genre that like not everybody plays. The other thing about this game is that it doesn't have a big grip on Japan. So like a lot of the Japanese players that are really big will probably still remain playing Japanese fighting games, right? They'll be playing Street Fighter, they'll be playing Tekken, they'll be playing Grand Blue, they'll be playing Guilty Gear, they'll be playing Fatal Fury. Street Fighter, I played it a lot in the last year and I've been like grinding it a lot, but I'm kind of just like chilling waiting for which I'm assuming it's going to be like Street Fighter Slam that we're doing right into Capcom Cup. So I'm going to be Street Fighter pilled the next like 2 months, starting in like a week and a half. If Mai comes out during the Slam, then she'll be legal. I don't care if she comes out like the day before the finals. I don't care. You can play her.